we are turning our attention to this actor whose talent has earned him critical acclaim and an Academy Award. But beyond his cinematic achievements, Leo's personal life, in particular his relationships, have sparked considerable public interest and debate. Notably, we all know that Leo only dates women who are 25 and under. It's like a rule that I think every person in society knows. It's kind of like a green light means go and a red light means stop. You just know that's the rule. And when it comes to Leo, he has to be with someone under 25. And it's so cringe that we all know this. His pattern has led to discussions about age dynamics in Hollywood, the broader societal implications, and the power imbalance. We will examine Leonardo DiCaprio's dating history, explore the public's reaction, and consider what this trend reveals about the entertainment industry's view on age and relationships, and just Leo as a man. Like, what happened to you, Leo? Let's get into it. Leonardo DiCaprio is considered one of Hollywood's most notorious bachelors, with a mysterious and intriguing love life that spans 3 decades. This includes Leo's girlfriend in 2024, Victoria, who is about 23 years younger than he is. I believe Victoria is 25 or 26. She's pretty much at the time where he's going to drop her off. And really, that's not my opinion, that's fact. Let's go ahead and look at the statistics. We've got numbers and graphs to prove this. As you can see, as Leo's age goes up, the blue represents the women that he dates, and they really just cap at 25. I mean, Victoria making it to 26 is quite an achievement, because really, looking at his history, that would be quite a record.
Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't go over 25.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is that?
What can he talk to them about?
Nothing, but they got energy. They're going out. They're talking about fun stuff that he would never hear.
He's probably trying to be young again.
Well, yeah, let's go to a party.
Bro, you're 55.
No, but I'm saying, like, what else could it be?
I know what it is.
No, those are weird ways to kind of justify, oh yeah, he's with a younger woman because he likes to stay hip. Well, that can explain it to a degree, but it really just stops there, because the trend is what I'm talking about. And to really understand it, we need to go to the very beginning. Back in 1994, Leo was 20 years old and his model girlfriend Bridget Hall was then 17. The pair's relationship has been described as a fling because they were rather young and it only lasted a brief period of time. The supermodel is believed to be Leo's first girlfriend. The former Victoria's Secret model attended numerous events with Leo, and since their departure, she's been able to maintain a career working for brands like Gucci, Ralph Lauren, and Dior. Oh, wow. According to a report in The Sun, Leo dumped her after Bridget found their night of love disappointing, which is something I've heard in other stories as well, that maybe Leo isn't as good in bed as one may think. Also, why are you guys even thinking that, you sickos? Anyways. We're moving on to Brittany Daniel, again, a 1994 girlfriend. Their relationship was a little bit more age appropriate. I mean, she was 18, but again, they did not last long until Naomi Campbell came into the picture. Now, the pair reportedly had a mid-90s fling and have since enjoyed a lifelong friendship. The pair are regularly seen on holiday together and at charity events. Leo even photobombed some of Naomi's pictures with 50 Cent. 50 Cent posting the picture saying, "I get photobombed by the hottest people in the world. You should try living without limits." Now, the relationship did not last any longer than 1995, but they became very good friends, even spotted hanging out on a yacht together in 2013. Now, I believe this is the only woman on record that we have that is older than Leo that he had allegedly been with. It is odd that she's out of his age range, and we do see them on yachts together pretty often. Let's take a moment to talk a little bit about what yachting is and the culture of yachting. Now, this is alleged, but there is, talks of how women are pretty much pimped out in these film festivals in France and other events where yachts gather, and it's part of like a thing that a lot of elites get into, because these women get paid a lot of money. These aren't just like, Sally down the street. It's like top models and celebrities who are summoned by sickos for millions of dollars to go and party. Now, I'm not saying either of these celebrities have done this. I'm not going to go ahead and get myself in trouble like this, but it is interesting to see them yachting because a lot of suspicious people are caught up doing those kind of things. And maybe they're just rich people on a boat. Maybe there's more to it. probably more to it.
It looks like Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't wasted any time in jetting out to the sunshine. The actor was snapped holidaying on a yacht in Miami, but it looks like Leonardo may already be getting a little bit bored of his break, despite hanging out with Naomi Campbell. The Django Unchained actor wasn't looking that interested in what the model had to say, seeming to be lost in thought instead. Whilst poor bikini-clad Naomi was trying her hardest to get the conversation going, the 38-year-old seemed to stay silent and didn't even crack a smile. Cue an awkward drink sip from Naomi and phone check from Leonardo. So, whilst Naomi looked super hot in her bikini, Leo's mind was clearly somewhere else.
Moving on to our next ex, her name is Kristen Zhang, and she's known as the one that got away. Now, Leo took her to the premiere of the 1996 film Romeo and Juliet. The pair are believed to have broken up shortly before his film Titanic was released, and then he shot to international fame. When it comes to Kristen, they're both born in 1974, so they are the same age. The model and actress was considered to be the love of his life, according to the New York Daily News. Kristen was Leo's girlfriend for 15 months, including his date to the Romeo and Juliet premiere. However, Kristen dumped him for his lack of maturity and passe of young model hounds. So she couldn't handle all these women trying to sleep with her man, which I get it, girl. I wouldn't want to have to deal with that extra stress either. US Weekly reports that Leo asked his management team to track down US model Amber Valletta. They were both around the same age, but he saw her in a magazine and said, "I like her, go and find her." Keep in mind, he's got that Titanic clout now. He was able to secure a date and they briefly dated. Leo was a busy man in 1988. He also dated Bijou Phillips, the daughter of the Mamas and Papas singer John Phillips. They dated for a short while in 1998 when he was 24 and she was 18. She actually credited Leo with connecting her with the director James Toback and ultimately getting her cast in the 1999 film Black and White. So she was thankful for that connection and that relationship. At least she got something good out of it. Like I said, Leo was busy in 1998. Also dating Eva, who's a Czech model who was once married to Bon Jovi's drummer for 2 months. Oh gosh, sounds chaotic. It looks like they had an affair. Oh, okay. So Eva had an affair with Leo. So I don't think it was supposed to be public. Eva denied any romantic meetings, but it seems like that's what led to her split from her drummer husband. Now, Gisele Bündchen is a big name, and she was once connected to Leonardo DiCaprio. In this photo, you can see the couple during their visit to a meeting with native people in the Amazon rainforest back in 2004. The pair went on the trip to raise awareness about environmental issues affecting the area. Now, when they got together, Leo was about 26 years old, and she was 18. The Brazilian supermodel was Leo's girlfriend for 5 years in the early 2000s. He even took her as his date to the Oscars in 2005. Now, she was 25 when they ended things, which really started this trend we're going to be exploring today. And at this point, Leo was 31 years old. So maybe he's starting to realize, 25, they're outgrowing each other. I mean, in this instant, Gisele says, "We were just not meant to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but I respect him enormously and I wish him nothing but the best." We didn't learn much more about their relationship until later on when Gisele released a book in 2018. Now, the book is titled Lessons, My Path to a Meaningful Life. She opened up about realizing she wanted to change her lifestyle during their relationship. Quote, "No longer numbing myself with smoking, drinking, and too much work. I was becoming more and more aware of things that I had chosen not to look at." She continued writing, "Was I alone in wanting to do some serious soul searching while he stayed the same? In the end, unfortunately, the answer was yes." So she's alluding to a time where she wanted to become more mature and grown up, and he just wanted to stay this Hollywood party boy. Now, I think Gisele saw what was in Leo from the jump, that he's just not into commitment. He doesn't want to get married and have a settled down life, which is hard for someone to deal with when you're in a relationship with them because you imagine them being your forever partner, and it's kind of rare to find people who are so content with just washing through people. Here's someone in a podcast explaining their perception of why Leo might be this way.
So Leonardo's camp put out a press junket and essentially said the reason that he stops dating women at the age of around 25, which has been historically shown, from his perspective, he is not interested in ever getting married or ever starting a family. And when a woman hits around the age of 25, he says she starts to want that from him, and he's not interested in that. And so that's when he kind of cuts it off, because it gets to the point where it causes a lot of stressors in the relationship. That's the explanation that they're giving. Whether that's true or not, we don't know.
I think Todd has a point there, which takes us to our next girlfriend, Bar. Bar Refaeli is a Sports Illustrated model who met Leo at his party in Las Vegas and had an on and off again 5-year-long relationship that ended in May 2011. The couple did split up for a time in 2009, but we will get there. They met in November 2005 when Bar was 20 years old. Whew. She's young. However, they called it quits as neither party was ready to settle down. At this time, he would have been 31 years old. So, yeah, he's not ready to settle down and she's only 20. She said it was amicable. They're still friends and they're still talking. They just grew apart and went their separate ways. Neither are ready to settle down. They both have busy careers and have been taking them in different directions. Bar told a magazine, "It was half a year in which I'm grateful for. I came to understand a lot of things about myself. I worked on myself and grew up. I didn't know what it was like to be alone. Today, I know that relationship can work only if you can be alone and you're not afraid. Today, I'm not afraid of being alone," which is so grown up of you. Oh, good job. Now, as I mentioned, there was a break within his relationship with Bar about 6 months in 2009. We're not entirely sure why they broke up. I mean, of course, they were in different places. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.